Hi friends, welcome to Master Board Mayhem. I want to share with you something that I learned from my friend Maria of Maria's Miscellany. We are going to make matchbooks, and they're so cute and so easy and a great way to use your scraps. And I thought a great way to use my offcuts of my master board. Now, when I made these matchbooks, I followed certain measurements, but you certainly could adjust those. You can make these smaller, you can make them larger, thinner, wider, whatever you want to do, simply by changing your measurements. So these first ones are 2 1/4 inches wide, so I need to go ahead and cut about 1/4 of an inch off of these, unless I wanted to make it the same size. But I'll go ahead and cut the quarter inch off, and because my master board has fabric on it, I'll have to just score it back here and then cut it with my scissors. I'll do a nice score, but then I'll have to cut it. So right about there. And listen guys, you don't have to be exact with this. You know, if you're in the ballpark, that's fine. All right, so I scored it, and now I have to go ahead and cut it. Again, only because I used fabric, and that would be, it probably could have got through, but it might have been a little bit tough on my cutter. I just changed my blade, so I'd like them to last a little while. Now the next thing that we're going to do is make sure that we cut this 4 1/2 inches high. So then the next thing that you're going to do, actually I need this back. The next thing you're going to do, you're going to score this at 1/2 inch. Now I don't have a scoreboard, so what I do is I'll just take my cutting board and something that's got a dull edge, because you don't want to, you just want to score it, you don't want to cut it. And I'm going to check my 1/2 inch here. So score at 1/2 inch from the top, and then score from 1 3/4 inches from the bottom. And then when you fold, it'll go like this, but you've got a little bit of room in there, so you'll be able to, once the paper's in, you'll be able to pull this out, okay? Grab some scrap paper. It can be any color, it can be anything. You can see here I used some graph paper. This one is some coffee dyed paper. So I just grabbed some scraps, some offcuts from a journal that I just finished doing. And now you're going to take your scrap paper, and you're going to want to cut that at 1 3/4 inches wide. Now you're going to want to cut your papers at 3 1/2 inches. I got a little bit extra on the leftovers of this one, so I'll just keep it simple and just cut that with my scissors. All right, so now we have our little stack of papers, and then you can just take these and fold these in half. So you can either cut them all at a 1 3/4 inch and have a bunch of squares, or you can just take it, make it a little bit easier, double that like we did, and fold them in half, and now you have a nice little stack of paper. Now you're going to take your paper and you're going to pop it inside of your matchbook cover, and then you're going to grab a staple. Well, you're going to grab a stapler. And get as close to the top as you can. 2 staples, 1 on each side. I could have gone a little bit wider. I must have cut this a little bit wide. I could have gone a little wider with my paper, but I didn't, and that actually is perfectly fine. Now we're going to have some fun, and we're going to take this and we are going to embellish it. All right, my friends, we've got 2 of them that we are going to go ahead and decorate, and they're both from the master board, which I think is so cool. So this one has some yellow and some varieties of colors, and I thought it would be fun to use this trim on this one. And then this one, I'm not sure. We've got blue and red. So I have my little trim jar here, and I thought we could get a little bit creative if we wanted to do something a little bit different. But let's start with this one first, since I kind of know that I want to use this trim on it. So the first thing that we're going to do is grab the hot glue gun, and I'm going to put this down because what I like to do is wrap this all the way around, and then it keeps this part of it down, and then we can just take this and sort of bend it underneath of it. So I am going to put a little hot glue right here, right across there, and then get this trim on. I'm going to try not to put it on upside down. Some trim is weird, you can't tell. You can't tell which one is upside down and which one is regular. All right, now we're going to put it down here, and I'll put just a little drop on this edge, and we'll use this one here. Oops. And then I'll go ahead and measure this one out and cut it. Now I feel like it is inside out or upside down. So what I'll do is I'll go over it twice with this trim. And the second one, because I'm not going to try to peel it off, we'll just go over it twice. And the second one I'll do not upside down. How does that sound? And it might actually look better with 2 layers. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to flip it back over, and let's double check this. Yes, okay, so I'll go ahead and pre-cut. And, okay, I've got it right this time, my friends. Okay. I'm just pushing it down and giving it a little bit of pressure. Heat gun was on low, and I waited just a few seconds just to make sure it wasn't going to burn my finger, and it did not. Okay, I'm going to cut these. Let's see, if this one goes all the way over here, let me cut it right here. Oops, it's kind of a strange trim. And then we'll cut right here. Okay, whoops, geez, okay. All right, now I'm going to get my hot glue right here and get this one on. And then we will do the other one right here. And now I'm going to go ahead and press it down. Now, I don't advise you to press it down like that. Grab your ruler or something. You could do it like that and protect your fingers. All right, that's looking pretty cute. Now, get this tucked under here. And we could continue to do some decorating, although this could be complete. I mean, this is great. Now, one thing that's weird about this trim is it doesn't hold this down tight. So I might go over it with an additional decorative trim, just so it can be held tight. Let's use, let me see what I've got in the yellow. Since this has a little bit of yellow on it, it might be nice to pull that out. Okay, let's give this a try and see if we can tighten this up a little bit. It's an awful lot of layers of trim on here, but this is good to do a little trial and error with you guys so you can see what can happen. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut this. Whoops. Try to do this tight over here. All right, that's definitely a lot better. Now we're going to have to add a little embellishment here, but it's looking better. Okay, since this one has red and blue on it, I thought this would be super cute on the cover. So I think I'm going to go ahead and hot glue that down real quick. On the other ones that I made off camera, I did use washi tape. I did use some glue to reinforce it. And I'll point that out to you in just a second once we get this one decorated. All right, so we've got that done. And then I wonder, do we do another one up here, or do we just let the let that part of the rose be, you know, the center of attention. Or let me see if I have any thin washi tape. Well, we do need to put something around it to hold this closed. When it's just cardstock, it stays closed a lot easier, but working with the Master Board, it's a little bit thicker, so it needs a little bit of help staying closed. Let me see if I've got some trim. I have white rickrack, so we're going to give that a try. All right, so here we go. We have got the rickrack. It goes all the way around. It's holding this little top of the matchbook in place. And then we take this and we can just pop that under there, and look how cute that is. We could add some additional things, but I kind of like it the way it is. It's simple. You can throw this in your purse and have like a little, you know, to-do list or something that you carry with it. Now, I think let's go ahead and let's add a little embellishment maybe here to the front of both of them. I don't think the back needs anything, but let's go ahead and add something here to the front. So I'm going to use my gem tack. You know, it is great. It works wonderful on cabochons and buttons and stuff like that. And then I think I'll just go ahead and grab some buttons. Wait. That is not what I meant to do. I meant to put the yellow one over here, and I meant to put the red one over here. Goodness, I wonder if that needs a little more adhesive now. Let's go ahead and do it just in case. Now, once we get these on here, I want to show you the other ones that I made. All right, so here these are. I already showed them to you, so I'm not going to move them around too much because, you know, obviously those buttons need to dry. Here's another one, super cute. Got the rickrack on the top and the bottom. I used the washi tape here. The washi tape goes all the way around, and then we just open it up right here, and then we've got a little bit of the washi inside and our little paper pad. Super cute, super fun, super easy, and a great way to use up our scraps. And then I've got this one. It's got the bird on the back and washi tape, and it's just so cute. And I put a little sticker on the back. And then here's this one. This one has graph paper inside and washi tape on the front, and just some embellishment here, some trim, and then a sticker on the back. So let me show you the back of all of them so you can see them and see how different each one is. Now, these two were made from the Master Boards, and that's what I wanted to show you that you could do today. The other ones were just made from scraps, so you obviously can do that as well. So those are the backs. Here are the fronts. And there we go. So cute, right, you guys? Well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope I made it clear. If you have any questions, let me know. But use up some of your Master Board scraps and your regular scraps and make these cute little matchbooks. You can pop these in journals. You can pop them in your purse for little notes. You can throw them in your kid's lunchbox. Lots of fun things that you can do with these cuties. All right, my friends, thanks for watching. See you soon.